he made us sit down on the couch, and we all had to sit next to each other on the couch. KK wasn't on the couch. KK was standing next to the couch. It was me and my mom sitting on the couch. And I was just looking at the door. I told her, because he was across the room sitting on the couch. I told her, I said, Mom, we need to leave right now. We need to run. If we don't, we're just going to die. And I don't know if she knew she was going to die, but she wouldn't listen. She was like, Jermaine, let's just talk about it. He was like, no, there's nothing to talk about. He was like, who wants to die first? As a matter of fact, Myra, I'm finna have you kill your daughter. I'm finna have you kill KK. That's when KK started crying. She was like, I'm too young. And that's when he asked again he got like close to us. He was standing in front of us while we were sitting down. He hit my mom again. And he just started striking me with the knife. At that point, I was so fed up. I just started fighting him. I was kicking him. I was screaming, and he fell on the ground. He fell on the ground, and my mom ran out the front door, and he ran out to go get her. Because, if anything, he wanted my mom to die. Before any of us, he wanted my mom to die. He just had anger with Jaden. I don't know why he had the nerve to kill Jaden like that. Because Jaden had nothing to do with anything. But he ran out. I saw my mom run out the front door, and I just ran up the street. And I kept looking back. My mom had fell in the middle of the street as well, and he just started stabbing her in the back. And she was screaming, but I couldn't go back. I knew if I would have went back, I would have been dead too. So I hurried up and I went to the first house up the street. They didn't answer. I looked back again, he's still stabbing her. So I go to the next house and I'm ringing the doorbell. I'm continuously ringing the doorbell. They're not answering. So as soon as he took the car, I saw him in my mom's car. He drove past by me. And after he drove past by me, I just started screaming. I just started banging on the door. And finally they answered, and I just ran in the house and sat down. I told them they need to call 911 and send an ambulance to my house. I told them I'm bleeding. They asked what happened. I said, this man was trying to kill us. And I kept telling them, I said, I think my brother's dead. At that point, I knew he was gone. He couldn't breathe. And that's when the wife, she was covering my wound. And the father was on the phone with the police. The police were asking so many questions, and I was just bleeding out. I was so angry. I said, can y'all just please send an ambulance to my house and to me? And they just kept asking questions. At that point, they stayed on the phone, and I was sitting down. And it took the ambulance a little while to get there, to be honest. I thought they weren't going to come, but they finally came. They had cut my shirt, and they put me on the stretcher. When I got to the hospital, I kept asking everybody. I said, where's my siblings? Where's my mom? They told me KK was in the hospital. They said they were going to find out where my mom and Jaden were. They never came back. So now, I don't know whether they're dead or not, because nobody wouldn't tell me anything. I said, did they even send an ambulance to the house in time? He was just, I know why he was mad at me. It was because I wouldn't let him in. Every time he came to the front of the house and he'd talk to me through the window and say, "Alexis, let me in. Alexis, open